Hello, welcome to Sunday's Perfect Podcast. I'm Angie, also known as Sundaisy 920. This is episode 34, and welcome to all returning and new viewers. Welcome. Cat down here distracted me. But yeah, welcome everybody, and today we got a little news in the scratching post. I got a couple things on my claws, something off my claws. I have a couple purrs and the sun patch. So let's get going. Okay, scratching post news is I'm going, unless somebody needs the extra day, I'm probably going to close the Challenge Yourself Cal next Friday, the 28th, before I record and pick a winner. So if you are entering something and you think you need that very last day, just PM me before then and I'll keep it open and I can pick one the next week. But if I don't hear nothing, then I will pick the winner the next time I record. And I wanted to remind everybody that, especially if you're a new viewer, if you want to see any of the older episodes, you'll have to go to you can either go to the website, which is, well, no, because the website only has, I think, starts with 10 up. And but my YouTube channel has 1 through 34. So, and I'll link my YouTube channel, so in case anybody wants to see the back, because I'm having to delete like one each week. I go to the oldest and delete it so that I have enough to upload the newest, if that makes any sense. So that's all the scratching post news. So getting to the knitting. On my claws, I woke some things up that were taking a cat nap. And let's see. This is the malt blanket by Tin Can Knits. Yeah, malt blanket. It's very simple. It's just knit and purls. And I got quite a bit done on this. Get it out. I just attached the second skein. So I'm using I Love This Yarn in the Peacock colorway. And it's pretty accurate. It might be a little brighter in person, I think, but yeah, it's a little brighter. Maybe. But anyway, I found my Dicky Doo right down there, so I've did all that. So I've done quite a bit. I finished the square because it has a little garter stitch square in it. I think that's more accurate color-wise right there. But it has a square, which I don't know if you can see. There you go. So it's gonna be a good size. I just have to, I think, and I just knit and stocking it for about 15 inches, and then I can do the little border, and I'll be done. So, making progress, slowly but surely. But I've been making myself do at least 2 rows on the blanket every day, and then I do on the next thing I got that I woke up from its cat nap. I make myself, and then making myself do a repeat on it too. And that is my Lori shawl, how do you say that? And I got quite a bit done on it too. Oh, where's the Dicky Doo? Right here. So I've done from there to there. So I've done like about 5 repeats. It's getting bigger. I have to do, I'm doing the large shawl. I think I've done 10 repeats, 10 or 11, and I have to do 17, I think. So, before I start the next thing, part of it. But I really love the way it's coming out. I'm really happy with it. And I'm not forcing myself to do it because it's boring or anything like that. It's just that I want to knit, like cast on a bunch of different things, and I need to get stuff off my needles. So if I make myself do 1 repeat a night, now it is it is getting longer because it increases every other row. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a full repeat in one evening because it's getting longer. But anyhow, I am enjoying it, and I will like it once I get it finished. So I just have to. I'm like a cat. I get easily distracted and want to cast on something else. So I gotta get this. I got too much stuff hanging around on the needles. It's bothering me. So I want to get this off the needles, and then I can work on the sleeves by Martina Bim that I have on the needles. And then I also started a sock this week, and you will notice that it isn't the sock that I was working on. But this is the first, which is funny. I don't know if y'all remember, but my screen's kind of burping there. But I'm doing the little make your own mystery sock thing, and this was the first one I pulled out, and I thought it was funny because I didn't cheat. I just reached in there, and I got them each wrapped up, and I pulled out Little Bunny Poo Poo by No Makers, and it's a very springy color, so I was quite happy with it. And I'm doing the it is a free pattern, and it's the Waterfall Fox by Wendy D. Johnson, I believe. It's just real simple. I'll show you. Nothing fancy, just very simple. But I've done a few repeats, so I like it. I'm enjoying it. And if you're wondering about my monkey socks, well, we had a little problem arise. I did not realize. Here it is. I'm probably gonna rip it out, but when I was knitting it, I did not realize that I was like, I can't remember now, it was either 4 or 2 stitches off on the back side. So when I came up, so when I placed where I wanted my heel, I think I knit a couple rows because I don't like to pick up stitches for the heel whenever you have a pattern. It just makes it harder for me. So I knit a few times after in my placement of the heel. And then I started my pattern, and that's when I realized I was off. But I didn't even think to try it on because it's way too tight, like back here. It's just, you can barely put it on your foot, and then it's just really uncomfortable. So, yeah. Frogged it, and I know, makes me sick. But I'd rather frog it, and I still have all this, and I don't know if I can salvage since I cut it. I don't really know how that's going to work out, but So I'm not sure if I'm going to try to make like little anklet socks with the rest of this later on or what. But yeah, that was one knitting attacks. So yeah. And you know, I forgot to get my off the cloths. So let me run and get what I got off the cloth. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I finished my Midnight Garden Cow by Lauren McMurtry. And here it is. See the. Really love this pattern. It's a lot of fun. It looks like really complicated, but it's really easy. So I finished it, and I decided just to do 7 repeats and to have a little skinnier cow and thicker one. And of course, now that I have it finished, it's warmed up, so I haven't had a chance to wear it. But it's pretty long, and you can. Yeah, I'm not very stylish, so. But you can kind of double it up. So there you go. That's all I got off my clothes. I do like it. I might not get to wear it till next winter though, because like I said, it's warmed up here. I know some of y'all are ready for it to warm up, and I hope it does, because y'all are getting a lot of snow up north. Yeah, that's all the knitting off the clothes. So I guess we're on to purrs. First, I'd like to give Christy Rose a big thank you. She gifted me the Bonnie Wee Mouse by Susan Pompano, and it is super cute, and I can't wait to knit it, and thank you so much. I really love it. I want to cast it on now, but like I said, I think it's going to be my reward, getting to cast on the Bonnie Wee Mouse after I get either the blanket or the shawl done, whichever one I get done first. I'm going to be able to, cast on the little projects. Motivate me to get some of the stuff off my clothes. Oh, I do have one purchase. It's my Valentine's Day gift. Well, I got it, but my husband told me, because I gave him a list of things that if he wanted to get me something for Valentine's Day, he could, and he told me to either get some yarn or sock blockers, and I picked yarn. So I got this Cyborg Craft Room. It's in her Sockolite base, and it's Only in Dreams is the colorway name, and that's fairly accurate. It's like real kind of, what do you call it, like a pinkish, like pinkish purple kind of. It's really pretty. Do I know what I'm going to do with it? Not a clue. But it was on the sale, and it's super pretty, so it could be socks, maybe a shawl. I don't know. So I got that. And then the only other thing, I did the book I talked about last week, Dragon Witch. I finished it. Really, really good. Highly recommend it. It's kind of fantasy, whatever, yeah, fantasy, I guess that's what it'd be called. I really enjoyed it. There's a cat in it. That's all I'll say. So, and I just started reading Aragon. I heard Cece from the Geeky Girls Knit talking about this book, and I thought, wait a minute, I think I have that on my bookshelf, and I've never read it. So I started this. I'm not too far. Page 36. I think it's like 700 pages. Yeah, 754 thick. So started that, and that's all the purrs I have for y'all this week. So not a lot going on. So let's go to the sun patch. Like I said, it's warmed up this week, and then this morning I found the first dead grass snake in the house, which I'm sure I'll find more. And some of them I will find will be alive. That's always fun. So yeah, the cats, they catch little, they're about like that big, grass snakes, and they bring them in the house. Yeah, not fun, but honestly, I guess I'm getting used to it, because when I saw it this morning, I was like, is that a dead snake? And yeah, it was. So disposed of it, and I don't know, I guess they've been doing this for ever since we got the cat fence up, and then go in and out. Yeah, not fun. They'll bring frogs in. That's another thing they bring in. Most of the time I can save those, because I'll notice, and I'll save the frogs. But the snakes, I usually don't see. I mean, there's been a couple that we've seen when they've just brought them in the house and say, be able to get them out of the house. But yeah, never dull here, never dull. Let's see. Oh, the stray cat, the black and white one. Like I said, I'm not sure if he's actually a stray, because I've never seen him eat any food or anything. But I think he's been about 2 or 3 times this week. I've seen him, and he just sits out there by the cat fence. It's the funniest thing. There's a certain spot, he just sits, and he's just like, he's looking into the cat fence, just watching the cats. I have no idea what's he doing, but I haven't seen the other one, the white and kind of orange cat. I haven't seen him this week, I don't think. I've just seen the black and white one staring at my cat, so I don't know. And then Buster's tail is better. He's finally healed. I figured out what was wrong with his tail. He had an abscess on his tail, so it's burst, and he's feeling good now. So that's about all that's going on. It's kind of just, there's a cat back there. Kind of been a slow, I don't know, just not a lot going on this week. So thank y'all for watching, and I always forget to mention that I do have a group, and I've been trying to practice saying this word, y'all, and I cannot say it for the life of me. It never wants to come out correctly. I hear other podcasters saying it, I try to repeat it, and this is a tongue twister for me. I do have a group there. If you would like to join, please come over and join. And yep, I guess that's it for this week. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a perfect week. Bye.